Hey, y'all. Sorry, I'm still messing with the lighting a little bit. I couldn't figure out why that backlighting looked so bright. It's because I didn't have my other light on. I don't know. Should we go with something a little different today? Ooh, very blue. You didn't recognize the setup with the light on? That's funny. So we can do all sorts of cool stuff in here. I usually keep it somewhere like around here. Yeah, it's usually somewhere like that. Yeah, I usually keep it right around here. Turn it red. Well, that's the one color I don't want it to be. The green was nice. You guys want to go with the green today? I don't know. It feels like that washing me out a bit. I don't know. Green is my favorite color. Green is my favorite color. What do you think? How's the green look? I
like it.
don't know. It feels like it's washing me out, but
I haven't seen it on the screen.
yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think maybe something like this. I think we'll just go with a lighter blue today. We'll go with a lighter blue today.
Yeah, I mean, I like the light.
Yeah, I like this one too. All right, thank you. I appreciate you.
Deuces to whoever's on your screen.
I think we'll do it with a little bit of a light blue today. It's a good day for the blue, right? Yeah, that's why I wasn't on this morning. We were at No Kings. Had a great time, did some cool interviews. Got set up with some cool people. Had a lot of fun, actually. Had a lot of fun. We went to we went to yeah, we just met some really cool people. Mass unemployment gatherings went well today. No, people smart enough to have good jobs with the gathering. That's what you mean. No, no, it was fun. I actually got to meet the Northwest Florida group of Democratic Socialists, Democratic Socialists of Northwest Florida, which I thought was super cool. I got an interview with them. I'll be posting that probably tomorrow. I also met the Northwest Florida leader of Indivisible. Did not do an interview with him today, but actually am set up with them to do an interview with them in the future. So really cool stuff with that. Yeah, had a lot of fun. Ari's gonna be posting a video. She did an interview um with these high school girls who were just doing amazing work, just out there, um women supporting women. They had this entire like big charity that they were starting while in high school, complete nonprofit that was just women supporting women. It was a beautiful thing. It was really, really great. And so she got an interview with them. I thought it was really, really beautiful. So, anyways, I had a blast. I had a blast. It was so much fun. I'm so glad we went. So, and while we are in a smaller, very red area, there was actually a very big turnout. So that was really cool. Yeah, even though I'm in a small, very red area, it was really, really awesome. It was really, really awesome. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed whatever you guys were up to today, whether that was out there at No Kings or maybe sitting at home watching it, on television, right? So regardless, I think that that's great. I think that's awesome. It's just continue to build and build and build and build and build. Yeah, Ari and I were too. We were not expecting a lot of people to be at it because again, I believe my county carried Trump by like 50 points. So I was not expecting a lot of people to be there. But not only were there quite a few people there, but there was a lot of people that were just kind of like driving down the road and showing support and all that stuff too. So I thought it was really, really great and really, really awesome. So no matter how you guys supported, or even if you didn't support today, that's all great. Whether you supported by showing up or supported by supporting someone that showed up. There was 20,000 in Madison. Wow, that is impressive. 20,000 in Madison. That's great. 20,000 in Madison. That's really, really impressive. Ari and I have already decided that we are going to make a little trip for the next one. I don't know where we're gonna go, but I want to stay in Florida because I think that it's really important to stay to show to show these kind of gatherings in more red areas, right? Like it's great to see it in Chicago. It's great to see it in DC. It's great to see it in Los Angeles. That's really awesome, right? Like I think it's even cooler to see it in places like where I live. I think it's even better to see it in places where I live. Just little small red areas that are still standing up for what's right. And I think that's really important. So even if we might move to a little bit bigger of an area, but we're not going to move to two places. We're not going to be going to the huge places. We're thinking possibly Tallahassee. I think that would be a really, really good one, considering considering FSU, considering that's the capital of Florida. We're thinking possibly Tallahassee. So that I think that would be really, really fun. That would be great. So that's the game plan. We'll see. We'll see. So we could do Gainesville, but I don't know. I'd rather do Tallahassee. I think being at the capital is even better, personally. But someone said Florida is trash. Who the fuck you telling? I live here. What the heck just happened? Yeah, who the hell are you telling? I live here, bro. I don't mind certain parts of Florida. Certain parts of Florida are okay. Certain things about Florida are okay. Certain things about Florida are okay. You like Panama City Beach? Panama City Beach used to be the shit back in the day. It's kind of trash now. Gulf Shores is Alabama. All right, you know how we're doing this thing. We're just cruising in, getting this started. You know, you guys know I like to start slow. I like to just kind of cruise into the live. I don't like to be too rushy. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, "Let's get going. We gotta get to the conversation." Like, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Panama City used to be the shit. I remember the first time I went to Panama City. That was 2008. 2008, and it was popping back then, man. It was popping. Now it's kind of, yeah, it's real kind of dirty, kind of gross. But regardless, welcome on in, everybody. We're just getting this thing started. I'm already seeing a couple phone calls starting to flow in. I haven't opened up the phone lines yet. Oh, I have a lot of phone calls. Y'all should really call back once I open up the phone lines. Again, I don't rush into this thing. Just because you know, just because I start to lie doesn't mean I'm ready to talk to you yet. All right. They're all trash, dude. Panama City Beach is just the party dirtier side of Panama City. It's the same thing. It's the vacation-y dirty side instead of the just trashy dirty side. There's no. When I say Panama City, I mean all of it. So, well, come on in, make some rooms for the people next to you. Come in, say something in the chat, participate in the live, help the thing get going. And we're about to open these phone lines in about, I don't know, 30 seconds or so, maybe. $30 seconds or so, maybe. And then we'll get this thing moving. We'll open up the phone lines. We'll check and see who's in my guest request box over here. Did I make it out of the protest today? Yes, I did. That's why I was on. Normally I'm on at 10 a.m. on Saturdays. And I'm just now getting on at 7 p.m. because I was out there at the protest. So. All right, let's open up these phone lines. Let's get this thing going. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. I didn't realize how short Ari is. Yes, she is very short. Yes, correct. She is very short. Dory and Tara, thank you so much for the trick or treats. I appreciate that. I know, Ari, they're just calling you out over there. Hello, how are you? Jesus. Hello?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
50.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
You do? That's kind of weird, but why is that?
Okay. I mean, that's fine. You don't, but that's weird. Okay. All right. Argument? You want to start or?
What's up? I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you. What was that English? Sorry.
Shit, it's weird that I support Trump. Okay, I say it's weird that you don't support Trump. Okay.
Oh, it's weird that I don't support Trump. How is it weird that I don't support Trump?
How is it weird that I do support Trump?
Well, see, Trump is
It's just
not
weird
very
that you just
well.
not
I'm
make-
trying to answer your question
make-
since you refuse to answer my question,
But go
sir.
ahead.
Sir, since you refuse to answer my question and you
Okay.
decide to answer with a question, now I'll answer the question. Okay, it's weird to support first of
Okay.
all bad presidents. That's a really bad. That's like right
Okay.
off the bat, really bad. Okay, second of all, weird to support
Okay.
criminals. Right. And Donald Trump's a 34 times
Yeah.
confirmed felon. Very, very, very strange. Right. Especially when that criminal also had a whole bunch of other criminal charges and you still support him. Then on top of that, he was president the first time, not very good at it. He gets back into the presidency and starts instituting like anti-constitutional, freaking fascist authoritarianism. Right. So, yes, that is very weird. So, why it's not weird for me, okay, is because I love my country and I wouldn't support somebody that's bad for my country. Okay. It's weird for you, okay, because for some reason you do. All right. So, like, if you were to put that in perspective, right, if this was like 1930s Germany, you'd be supporting Hitler, right? That's why it's weird.
Okay. All right. Do I get to speak or I just listen to your?
Oh,
sermon?
sir, I asked you 3 questions and gave you an opportunity to speak and you refused to answer. So it became my turn. But see how I finished talking? That means it's now your turn.
All right. That's cool. All right. So I'm 50. You're obviously 22, 23. I called in to say why I support Trump. Okay. So
And
you
you're
started
not
out
very
by
good at
saying it's
guessing
weird.
ages either.
Sure, which is obvious. I'm just saying how you responded. Just odd that you would start a debate with just, oh, that's
This
weird.
isn't a
Okay.
debate. Who said this was a debate?
when-
Is the word debate written in this live anywhere? Did I accidentally sneak the word debate in here?
So what do you think about all the things that he's doing in terms of the peace deal that he's making around the world? How do you dissect that to make yourself believe that that's
What
not a
peace
good thing?
deal?
So he's got. So is there a peace deal that's been struck in the Middle East?
No.
There's no peace deal in the Middle East. Okay.
Correct.
All right.
There's a ceasefire
So
in the Middle East.
Okay. Was there a peace deal that was struck in the Middle East? So these are things that.
No, there was
when
a
you have Trump deranging-
ceasefire in the Middle East. He coordinated a ceasefire. Okay. And
Is that
for
a
which
good thing or a
and-
bad thing?
oh, I think it's an excellent thing.
Is that
Hello? I said I think it's an excellent thing. Did you get raptured? Are you there?
so? You can't confirm. That
Oh,
it's
there you
actually-
are. There
it's
you
actually
are.
a good thing.
What?
What?
Sir, get off of MAGA
Can you
Mobile. You're
say
going to have to get some better
objectively-
reception.
I said, can you say objectively that it's good or bad? Is that can you?
I
say
already
objectively?
did
Not if you
3
think- not
times.
if you said no. That's not what you said, sir. Words matter.
Yes, they
Okay?
do.
Like when you're calling Trump a Nazi, it's a reason why
I didn't
Charlie
call Trump.
Kirk was
Hold
killed.
on,
because
hold on,
people
hold
like
on,
you
hold
are
on,
calling-
hold on, hold on. When did I call Donald Trump a Nazi?
You said if by supporting Trump, it's the same as supporting Hitler, sir.
No, that's not what I said at all. I said
That's
if this
what you
was
said.
1930s Germany, you would be supporting Hitler. I didn't say Donald Trump is Hitler.
Okay.
This is a criticism
Oh,
on
my
that's a
goodness.
criticism
Wow.
on you, not on Donald Trump. See, sir, words matter. Okay, as you so
So
aptly
is
just said
Trump,
to me.
No, you cannot
Okay.
take my word and say words matter. Okay.
Oh, you
You're
just
saying Trump
said
is
words
the
matter.
equivalent-
So I was just apparently you
Well,
only
you just
believe that
repeated what I
when
said as
when
if it
I
was
said
your
it, you
own
know what I'm
thought.
saying?
Okay.
yeah
Listen, you said that Trump and Hitler are the same. Did you? Did you not?
no.
You didn't. Okay. So it's people like you the reason that people are getting killed. Because anytime you say somebody, if this was 1930s Germany, would I be justified to kill Donald Trump? If we were in 1930s Germany, would I be justified in killing Donald Trump? Yes or
Sir,
no?
if this was 1930s Germany,
Yes,
I don't know
would.
how
That's
you
why
would.
people are getting killed.
Sir,
That's
sir,
why
sir,
people are getting killed because
sir,
people
how
like
are
you
you,
that use
sir?
words like that.
Sir, you're not letting me respond with my answer. You don't know what what my response is. How are you getting mad at me at my response and you don't know what it is?
I'm sorry, I'm listening to you. You've already taken up.
Yeah.
70% of the
What I was saying
conversation.
was
Now
Donald
you're trying
Trump
to
wasn't born yet. So if you
You
could find a way to
said
kill him in
no.
1930s, that would be pretty impressive.
You okay? I'm asking you a question. Hypothetically, if we were in 1930s, would I be justified in killing Donald Trump?
Sir,
If
if you could
you
find a
use the
way to
word
get a
if, two
time
letters,
machine,
IF.
sir, if you could find a way to get a time machine
I'm
in
asking you a
1930s,
question, sir. Are you not?
and
Are you not
do
allowed
you not
to
understand that
imagine
Donald
or
Trump,
make?
sir, do you not understand that Donald Trump wasn't alive in the 1930s Germany?
Could you maybe when you were younger, like 2 or 3 years, you remember you playing the game pretend? Let's pretend as if we were in 1930s.
Okay,
If
I'm
we were
pretending.
in the 1930s
Okay,
in
I'm
Germany,
pretending.
would I be justified
I'm
in
pretending
killing Donald
that
Trump?
I am pretending I am in the 1930s. Okay, cool. All right. And I'm in Germany?
You just said that
No,
if
I'm
we
just,
were in the
sir, I'm trying,
1930s,
sir,
I
I'm
would
trying.
be
You said we're
supporting
playing
Hitler.
pretend. I need to get the full scenario. So it's now 1930s.
You, sir, are evil. You're
Okay.
an evil person.
Okay, sir, I'm
People
trying
like you
to
are
get the
evil. That's why
story.
people are getting
Sir,
killed
sir,
and murdered
I'm trying
because
to
you
get
use
the
words loosely
story.
and you don't
Sir,
realize they matter. You don't
sweetheart,
just go loosely
sweetheart.
talking about people and saying
All
they're
right,
not.
sir, I have not called a single person a Nazi. Oh. I didn't call a single person a Nazi, actually. I was just trying to pretend I was in 1930s Germany, and I assume, based off my skin color, I'd probably be in a concentration camp. That was my guess. I'm also on the left, which means I'd be a political dissident, which means I'd also be in a concentration camp. So I probably wouldn't be able to kill anybody. Anyways, I was trying to get really into the conversation. I was trying to get into the hypothetical. I didn't, Anyways, y'all, please hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're gonna move on to the next caller. If you guys would like to support the live, I do have super chats open. All those are always fun. I like to talk about those in between callers, and they do help to support the live. Also, please consider becoming a member or a super fan. Helping out with the live gift goal, or I have my pay links in my bio. They're all at Polypolitics. So thank you guys so much. We're gonna reopen up these phone lines. Hopefully, we get somebody that has a little bit better conversation skills. That was a full crash out. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Awesome. How old are you?
18.
Awesome. What year were you born?
I was born in 2007.
That took way too long to answer. Yeah, that took way too long. Hello, how are you? Hello? Are you there? I hate to hang up. All right. I was born in 2000. Like, you could hear him, like, 2025, 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2019. You could hear him do that. That was crazy. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
So, I'm 29.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, of course.
Of course. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I don't understand is you seem very intelligent and you seem like, yeah, so
I am.
I don't even understand why you're doing these debates, honestly.
I'm not. Who said I'm debating?
I don't understand why you're a Democrat.
I'm not a Democrat.
Okay, what are you?
I'm Pauly.
Who did you vote for?
Who did I vote for in which election?
The recent election.
The recent election, you mean, like in Florida or like in because we just had
the
local
presidential election.
Oh, the last presidential election. Yes, I voted for Kamala Harris. Yeah.
Okay, so you're a Democrat then?
No.
You voted for a Democrat.
I voted for a Democrat, correct. I'm not a Democrat.
Okay. Anyways, so, I mean, Trump, honestly, I like this Trump that we have currently compared to 2016. I think Trump has done an amazing job. I mean, you just saw the recent...
what did he do in 2016 that was so bad?
What do you mean that was so bad? I'm just saying that this term is even better than 2016. I'm not saying that it was bad.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, hey, the first time he didn't turn the military against his own people. I mean, though he tried to and was stopped by his generals, but he's getting that done. He's breaking the Constitution a lot more on this one. So
And
I
there
guess
was
if
no
that's what
wars,
you're
by
into.
the way.
There was wars. What are you talking about? And there's wars now.
I mean, there
There-
wasn't.
there-
not
there was
to the
wars-
point where
There was
Biden
wars.
got into the
There was
office,
wars
and
then, and there's wars now. What are you talking about?
I'm
you
saying
remember
that
when-
he didn't
remember-
start new wars.
Okay, neither did Biden. So what?
I'm saying that Biden had Trump been in the office, I don't think we would have had all these wars.
All right. Well, Miss
With
Cleo, you can
Ukraine
think
and-
that all you want. Okay. But there's still wars
Yeah.
right now. Donald Trump said he was going to actually end the war between Ukraine and Russia within 24 hours of him being president-elect. Actually, that's what he would say. He would always say, if I was president before, there wouldn't have been a war because I have such a great relationship with Vladimir Putin. I have such a great relationship with him that I know that if I was the president, there wouldn't be a war. And when I become president, I can use that great relationship, okay, to end the war within 24 hours of me
Okay.
being president-elect. And then he's now gotten into office and he hasn't ended the war. He's actually caused an escalation in the war. Casualties in Ukraine
Yeah.
are actually higher now than they were under, since the beginning of the war. So over the last 2 years, they're actually the highest they are right now, okay? So if Donald Trump can't use his relationship to stop the war, then what makes you think that he could have used his relationship to stop it from starting?
Oh, first of all, the 24 hours, that was just him exaggerating. And
Sir, that's not what I
mean,
asked you. If Donald Trump said he could use his influence to stop the
Sure.
war immediately, okay, and he
Uh-huh.
couldn't do that, okay, then what makes you think his influence would have been any good at stopping the war from starting?
Well, right now we're pretty much in the deep end. I mean, Putin is cornered, right? I mean, it's hard for him to get out right now because he's cornered right now,
You're
He
doing a
doesn't
lot
wanna
of not
seem like
answering
he
my
was-
question.
I just answered your question.
No,
Like,
I didn't ask you.
at this
I'm sorry.
point, it's very difficult.
Maybe you misunderstood my question. You thought I asked, hey, do you think that Russia is cornered? Okay, that's what you thought I asked you, and that wasn't what I asked you. If I had asked you that would have been a
I mean,
great
if you let me
response. That would have been
finish,
perfect.
then-
Okay, sir, I'm asking you a direct question. Okay, I would like a direct answer. If Donald Trump could have used his influence, if he had so much influence over Russia that they never
Okay.
would have started the war, then how come that same influence that he's trying to use right now isn't stopping the war?
I mean, it's within range right now. I mean, he's currently he's about to have a meeting with I think Putin, right?
Has
And
he stopped the war?
he stopped the Israel and Hamas.
I didn't
war.
ask about
mean,
that. We're talking
there's-
about Ukraine and Russia. Has he stopped
It's
the
in
war?
process. It's in process.
Gotcha.
I mean, he's
So
doing
his
a whole lot
influ-
better than
so
what
he
Biden
doesn't.
did.
So he doesn't have the influence over there that you thought that he did. Okay.
He does
So
have
therefore,
influence,
what makes you think it wouldn't have started if he was president?
I think it wouldn't have started because I think Vladimir Putin and Trump, they get along. I think the West with, Biden, I think they cornered Putin by trying to get Ukraine to join NATO.
If they got along
And I
so
don't
well,
think, I don't
why
think,
is the
I don't
war
think
still
Trump
going
would have
on?
went that route.
Yeah, if they had such a great relationship, then why is the war still going on and escalating?
It's going on because Putin is in the deep end. He's cornered. He can't really back out right now.
Oh, gotcha. So you have no answer.
I just answered you. I just
No, you
said
didn't.
that-
You said words. That wasn't an answer. You did say word. I mean, if you want to say if you want to go by the strict definition of answering by I said words, I asked you a question and then you said words, then yes, you technically did answer. But what you said had nothing to do with what I asked you.
I literally just answered your question.
No,
I
you did
told
not. And if
why
you
Put-
did, then I feel very, very sorry for you that you think that was an answer for the question. I am not asking you whether you think Russia feels cornered. I am asking you if Donald Trump and Putin are such good friends and he has so much influence, then why is the war still going on?
Because of Biden. What else do you want me
Gotcha.
to
So
tell you?
Biden, who hasn't been president since January, according to you guys, hasn't been coherent in a year and a half, 2 years. Okay. Because of Biden, who's no longer president, Donald Trump can't exert the influence that he says that he has, that you said that he has. He can't exert that influence over Russia right now because of a president who's not president anymore. Makes sense to me.
And,
I mean,
and Trump, Biden had 4 years, by the way, and Biden.
That tracks for me. So that makes complete sense. I'm totally cool with it. Yeah.
No, you're totally like misunderstanding what I'm saying.
No, I understand. Great. Joe Biden
Let me
is
why didn't Biden
simultaneously
stop the war then?
Joe Biden
Why
is
didn't he stop the war?
Joe Biden is simultaneously incoherent and incapable of being president, but also an actual god, right? Like an actual Greek god who is now still controlling Russia and the United States to this day, even though Donald Trump is president. He is both simultaneously non-existent and everywhere at all time at the same time. Got it.
Okay, so you're defending Biden even though he didn't.
I am not defending Biden at all.
Okay,
I'm not
then why
defending
did you
Biden at
vote for
all.
him?
I am, sir. Who said I voted for Biden? Did I ever say I voted for Biden?
I mean, you voted for Kamala.
Good job. Is Kamala Harris Biden? Because if you don't know the difference, then
I mean, they're pretty much the same people. Same policies.
Biden is an old white man, and Kamala Harris is a younger black woman. If you can't tell the difference, then I don't know. It's very strange. Those are two very, very different people. Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, my point is, had Biden still been the president, I don't even know where we'd be right now. We would still be having this war in Gaza. There wouldn't be any peace negotiations with Putin and
no offense.
Trump.
No offense,
Sure,
but why the fuck do I care? Like,
what do you mean?
In all honesty, like the ceasefire, I am happy about the ceasefire. I truly am. Okay,
you don't care about the ceasefire that just happened?
I do. I just said I am very happy about the ceasefire. It's not a peace deal, by the way. It's a ceasefire. But regardless, I am very happy about the ceasefire. I'm very, very happy that the hostages were released. I think that is absolutely amazing. Okay? Donald Trump ran on. Hold on. I'm not finished.
Okay.
Yeah. Donald Trump ran on being America first. Okay? America first. Okay. So far, grocery prices are up, gas prices are up, consumer goods across the board are up. Okay. We're hemorrhaging jobs. The unemployment rate's the highest it's been in 4 years. Okay. And he's now given $40 billion to Argentina and now has made himself the head of a Middle Eastern peace board. Okay. And so while I'm so happy about the ceasefire, which has already been broken multiple times, by the way, according to Israel. Okay. Well, I am very happy that there was a ceasefire and, that the hostage release. I think that's amazing. And I'm happy that Donald Trump actually put the screws to freaking Netanyahu, something that Biden definitely should have done, right? And didn't do. And Trump should have done well before now. Okay. I'm very happy that, for the people in there that can actually, get aid and all of that sort of stuff. I think that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you ask me to decide what's the number one thing I think Donald Trump was voted on, I don't know if a ceasefire in Israel is top 10. People voted for him for prices, for cost of living, for domestic issues, for the economy, for America First policy, and he's been doing the exact opposite of that.
Have you checked the last time that you went to a gas station, the price of the gas?
Yes, I check it every time I go get gas.
Okay. Now, compare it to the time when Biden was the president.
Yes, they are higher now than they were 10 months ago.
Where do you live? California, or which state do you live in?
I live in Florida.
Okay. But anyways, my point is, we have a few things that cost high prices due to some are due to the tariffs. But then again, it's one of those things where we have to wait it out until it works out, right? You can't really just blame everything on Trump. He's
it's
only
not a
been
matter
there
of
for a
blaming
few
everything
months.
for Trump. Donald Trump's concentration is not on the U.S. Donald Trump's concentration is on everywhere but the U.S.
So you pretty much don't want him to be involved in other countries' foreign wars, and is that what you're saying, or what are you saying?
I mean, I'm totally happy that he freaking put the screws in Netanyahu. That's great. I think that doing that for the ceasefire is fine. Do I want the U.S. president to be the head of a Middle Eastern peace board? No, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you that, the constant wars and whatnot, I think Trump should try to pull away from that, I think it will be more beneficial to us and as a taxpayers and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's if
Sure.
Trump,
What is he
if
doing
Trump,
that's good for America? What is he doing good that's for the U.S. right now?
for America. Okay, I'll tell you what's good for America. Crime has gone down. If you look at Washington,
Hold on. What under what stat? Where are you saying crime went down? What stat is showing that?
I mean, I don't remember every stat that I read, but I'm telling you that crime has went down.
Crime was already down across the U.S. It went down every single year under the Biden administration.
Well, if you got to remember though that Biden took presidency right around like after the pandemic and whatnot, so it kind of makes sense that it went down a little bit.
No,
But
it doesn't.
For the past few months, I think crime has went down. You don't see that many reports of crime, for example, in Washington, Florida, Chicago. I mean, I can tell you like multiple states
Sir,
where crime has
again,
went
where are
down.
you getting this stat from? Because no offense, like your feelings about whether there's crime doesn't really mean shit to me. I would very much like to know where you're actually, getting a statistic that shows that crime is down. Because I
mean, you
haven't
have
seen one.
Look, everybody that's listening, they have a phone. They can do a quick Google search.
And so
They'll
do
be able to
you. So
find
where
out
can
that crime
I
has
find
went
out
down.
this stat so I can put it up on the screen so all of these
Just
people that
do
are
a
on their
quick
phone can
Google
just
search. You will
Oh,
see
yeah,
like
sure.
resource, a bunch of resources. for
Sure,
that.
no problem. Let's do that. Yeah, it says some crimes are up, some crimes are down.
Yeah, that's the point. Like, crime has went down. I mean,
No, some
You-
crimes are up, some crimes are down.
yeah,
That's
some
all it
are
says.
up in like maybe like California or like any Democrat states that don't want the national help.
Hold
the
on. Is
National
Donald
Guard.
Trump the president of those Democratic states?
Yeah, he's the president.
Oh,
but
so
then you
then
have the governors that are Democrats.
so then the crime rates count in all of those states.
Yeah, but those are Democrat-run like states.
Hold on. Is he the president of those Democratic ran states?
He is the president, but then again, we have like separation of powers and whatnot. So I mean, you can't the president can't just like do everything, right?
Oh, gotcha. So when they're down every year under Biden, Biden's the president of everybody, right? But when Donald Trump becomes president, he's only president of the red states.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that Trump, he has exercised a lot of power.
Yeah, we don't have
right?
any actual valid data for crime rates in 2025 yet. Not even close.
No, yeah, but I mean, just you personally. I mean, if you read the news, your local news and whatnot.
Why would I
Sure,
read my local news, sir? Crime in my place,
I'm
crime in
saying
Florida
if-
where I live is super high still.
Well, I don't know where you live, but like, I'm saying in general, crime has went down. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, sir, but again, you're just saying you feel that.
It's not just a feeling; it's a fact. I mean, you just read a bunch of like news articles telling you that crime has went down.
No, I just read a bunch of news articles saying that preliminary data, which has not been checked at all, is saying that some crimes are up and some crimes are down, most likely.
And by the way, the mayor of D.C., she's a Democrat, and she admitted that crime went down under Trump.
Yeah, for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean that's.
And then it just went right back.
Yeah, but why is that? Why did that happen?
Okay, gotcha. So let me put it in a way you can understand, okay? Is there a way that why don't we just send the entire military to every city in every state across the United States and just create martial law? Then crime would go down everywhere, shouldn't it?
This isn't martial law.
No, I didn't say this was martial law, sir. I said if we instituted martial law across the entire United States, would crime go down?
I mean, you can answer that yourself. I mean, of course it would go
Okay,
down.
sir. So yes, if you're going to send the military in and send a whole bunch of federal agents to a place, okay, then yes, crime is temporarily going to go down, okay? But just because you can send the military in and lower crime doesn't mean that that's a good thing or that the president should be doing it.
Well, this is like a temporary thing, just to settle things and to make
Correct.
sure that they get rid of all the gangs and all the people that
They
are
haven't gotten rid of any gangs.
causing. I'm sorry.
They haven't gotten rid of any gangs.
Yeah, they're. I mean, you see what they're doing. I mean, they're taking out gangs every other day. I
They
don't
were
know if you watch the
sweeping
news, but
and picking up trash. Literally,
I
the
mean-
National Guard was in DC picking up trash and sweeping the sidewalks.
I mean,
They were mopping in the
unfortunately-
rain.
Unfortunately, places
that
like
scared the hell
California
out of-
ran
I
by
bet that-
Democrats. I
I
mean,
bet that scares the hell
un-
out of the Crips just watching them, like, to Swiffer in the rain.
unfortunately, in California, they probably have to do things like that because the whole state is trash.
I'm pretty sure
sorry,
California's
but-
crime rate is down.
Exactly. You just made my point. It is.
Well, what
it
did
is,
Trump do for that?
The National Guard.
Oh, gotcha. So again, all right. First of all, he sent some National Guard to Los Angeles. California is a very large state. Okay, so sending some
Yeah.
National Guard to LA wouldn't do that. Second of all, just a second ago, when you thought California's crime rate was up, it was the Democrats' fault that crime rate was up. But now that I tell you that it's down, now all of a sudden it's Donald Trump's fault that it's down. So which one is it, sir? Is it up because Donald Trump has no control of these Democratic states, or is it down because Donald Trump does have control of these Democratic states? I can't tell.
I mean, look, I'm not saying that crime doesn't exist. I mean, of course, there's always going to be crime, right? But what I'm saying is that crime has went down compared to when Biden was president. Now, you might say that, like in California, like what you just said,
Can you please,
You
for the
know.
love of fucking God, stop saying California like that? Oh my God.
okay, anyways, my point is crime has went down. It's not like perfect. I mean, he's only been there for a few months. But overall, I think he's done a great job.
All right. Well, I'm glad you have your feelings about that, okay?
Facts.
No, you have no facts, but you have a lot of feelings, and I'm really happy about your feelings. I hope you enjoy your feelings, all right? So I'm going to move on to the next
Okay.
caller, all right? Because if I hear you say
All right.
California one more time, I'm going to lose my whole mind. All right, bye-bye. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. I was like, the first couple times I was like, man, is it me? Oh, goodness. Taurus, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Big W's in the chat for Taurus for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much. Francesca, thank you so much for the $3 super chat and the little sticker. I really appreciate that. And Francesca again said, at this rate, but Biden or Hillary will become a verb. When will the whataboutism ever end? Oh, not as long as Donald Trump is president. Donald Trump will always be everything good is me and everything bad is the Democrats and Biden. Biden is again simultaneously incoherent and unable to run the country, and also is in control of everything, even after Donald Trump, even after he leaves office and Donald Trump takes over. It's pretty impressive. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. I really appreciate it. Again, that's a great way to support the live and to help things like this keep going. So I really appreciate you. More importantly than that, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this every single day but Friday, so I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Hey, good man. How are you?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
25.
Awesome. You still support Trump?
Generally, yeah.
That's just
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff that's not good. We can poke at that if you want.
yeah, like the authoritarianism and complete disregard for the Constitution and the breaking the laws and the super racist policies that they're putting in. And you mean like all of those things?
What racist policies do you think they're putting in?
Stop and frisk, the complete the racial profiling that they've been sued for in multiple different states because they're literally just going after anybody that's brown and trying to deport them.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best. Definitely am not happy with the low amount of deportations that have been going on. Definitely don't like that there's totally unidentifiable agents going around and taking people. Like if you had like your insignia for the department you work for and everything like that, and like you actually showed your badge, when somebody was, asking for it. Like I see a lot of videos of people who are like bystanders to these things, and there's always like 8 officers, and nobody wants to pull out their badge and just like show that at the very least. I don't think that's cool.
So gotcha. So Donald Trump is literally putting his his version of like the SS or Gestapo and just having masked agents with no badges just going on and just arresting people, assaulting people, no identifiable markings, all that sort of stuff, right? But you're still like, yeah, I still support the guy.
A little bit. It's like no real dog in the fight, to be quite honest with you. Like who was the next person up? Ron DeSantis. Like this guy, that dude is nothing. And like honestly, like we even got like kind of trash too, because we got fucking Palantir. Oh, my bad, I didn't mean to curse when you're streaming. But we got Palantir, JD Vance, who's like an absolute like amalgamation of like everything. Like JD Vance not even his real name, man. But that's a whole nother thing. But the Republican Party does not have anybody who's willing to tackle the immigration issue. Like I'm full with you, not with the calling it like SS and Gestapo, because I think we can like honestly I don't have an exact number, but I can pretty reliably say that the amount of American citizens that have been either detained or outright deported, because that has happened. They've sent American citizens like over to El Salvador to be in that jail, which is not cool at all. But I do think it is percentage-wise a very minuscule amount, nonetheless abhorrent, but still doing what Trump voters voted for.
So you do realize, and this is just a little history lesson, that the SS did start out as by being an anti-immigration, getting rid of the immigrant invaders into our country, right? Like that was their whole purpose to start off with.
Okay, well, that may have been their intended thing, but I can also start just naming off like every socialist policy and be like, well, you know where that leads to, like, how
sure,
that's how they started this.
Sure, do it. I'll engage that conversation. No, I'm being dead serious. Show me a socialist policy, right? And then show me how it led to authoritarianism, how it led to fascism, how it led to government takeover. I'm glad to hear that. That'd be great. I would love to engage in that conversation. Let's hear it.
How would socialism, which inevitably is a communist offshoot,
wrong? Communism is a socialist offshoot.
All right. So how would a socialist policy end up turning into a right-wing ideology like fascism?
It can't.
Okay, so why would you ask me to do something like
because
that?
You claimed you could.
No sense. I did not claim that socialism turns into fascism.
No, you said you could start naming socialist policies, and this is what it turned into. So just tell me a socialist policy and told me that a huge negative that it turned out to be. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, like the socialization of food in Russia and China that ended up turning into famine that killed millions of people.
The socialization of food that turned into famine. How does socialization of food turn into famine?
Okay, so great question.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that.
What happens is they take all the means of production from all the private farmers, take their land. The central planners think that they can, plan out what needs to be done, and they fail horribly because they are not on the ground farmers who know their lands, who know what can be done, and ends up falling short by enough food to kill millions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not a socialist policy, sir. Yeah. If you're taking the land from the people, that's not socialism. Okay. Because literally it belonging to the people is the most important part of socialism.
Okay,
Okay.
so then who seizes the means of production in socialism?
It's not
Is it the state
seizes.
or is it the
It's not.
people?
It's not seizes.
Is that
You're talking about
intangible for
seizing.
you?
If someone's seizing it, that's totalitarianism. That's not socialism.
No, that's called communism. Seizing the means of
No,
production. is
communism doesn't have a government to
It's
seize it.
literally in Marx's book. What do you mean?
What is the definition of communism?
You tell me yours, because
It's not
I've seen,
mine. It's
states-
I'm not
No, no,
asking
no,
you
no,
for
no, no.
my and
Tell me
yours
yours, tell me yours,
opinion.
tell me
I'm
yours.
telling you to define
Tell me
communism. It
yours.
has a definition.
Tell me yours.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. If you're going to claim something's communist, then tell me what communism is.
Tell me yours.
Are you a literal child?
So Karl Marx, the founder of communism, advocating for the seizing the means of production and having a centrally planned government,
Karl Marx is not the
that's
founder of communism. Karl Marx is the founder of Marxism, which is an offshoot of communism. So what's the definition of communism?
Dog, we're splitting hairs here.
No, we're not. Words just matter.
We are splitting hairs here, and it
All right.
came
Well,
from an
I will
offshoot of our
explain it to you.
conversation
No
here.
problem, okay?
Okay.
Communism,
Okay.
okay, is a moneyless, classless, stateless society. Okay? So therefore, in communism, it's impossible to have a state seizing your property because there is no state. Okay? Because it's a moneyless,
there is a state.
classless,
There is a state.
that is
So
the
communist
literal.
China,
It's
communist China
insane.
is not communist.
Correct.
Is what you're telling me.
Absolutely, it's not.
Communist Russia was not communist.
Correct.
So there's really been no true form of communism.
Correct. There you go. We made it there.
Wow,
You are 100% correct.
this
Which
guy,
is
this
why
guy.
I'm trying to figure out. Which is
It's
why
not
I'm trying to
surprising.
figure out how these communist and socialist policies have led to these horrific things when there's never been a true communist or socialist society within the world.
That is humongous cope.
That's not a
humongous
cope. Again, that just means words mean things. Okay? You can call yourself communist. So let me give you an example, okay? North Korea. Okay? You want to know what
Okay.
the name of North Korea is?
The
Okay.
Democratic People's Republic.
Good job. Are they
Korea.
democratic?
This guy.
Are they democratic, sir?
No.
Is it the
obviously they're not.
People's Republic? Is it the People's Republic in North Korea?
Okay, so if we really want to delve into the definition,
Gotcha.
here,
Perfect. So North Korea is neither democratic for the people or the republic, but they called themselves that all they want. And you can call yourself whatever the fuck you want. They can call it the Chinese Communist Party all they want. Actually, in Nazi Germany, they actually were the National Workers' Party. Right? But they wanted to seem more left wing, so they actually added socialists in there and made themselves the National Socialist Workers' Party, even though no point in time did they ever institute anything was actually socialist. You can call your party and your political ideology all you want, whatever you want. But unless it actually, sir,
the Nazis not take over Volkswagen?
Sir.
So they
Sir.
took control of the company, much
Sir.
like Trump is actually doing with Nvidia.
Sir.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
Sir, you're crashing out here. You're crashing out.
You are the one who believes
You're-
that
you're
there's been
crashing
no
out, sir.
communist society. You can act like I'm just going off the wall, but if you truly
You're
believe,
crashing out.
If you truly believe that there are multiple communist governments and they're actually just not communist,
They're not.
that is crazy, man. That is crazy.
It's not crazy. It's just a simple understanding of political science.
It is not. It is not.
It might not be like political science like 101, but it's probably like 201. Yeah.
You can have gripes with how they ran their communist government and say like, oh, maybe if they tried this, it would have been a little bit better, but they were communist. I think it's a bit of a cop-out to just say totally. That they're
Gotcha.
not.
And North Korea is democratic and for the people and republic because they said so.
Tell me,
So
tell me
you know what?
in what ways,
That's it, sir.
Tell me in what
Sir.
ways the communist China is not communist.
Sir.
Tell me in what ways the communist
Sir.
China isn't communist.
Sir.
Can you?
Sir.
Can you name one?
Sir, I would like you to
Can you
explain to
name
me what's your problem with North Korea's democracy. Because you can say you don't like North Korea's democracy, but you can't tell me it's not a democracy, right? So just tell me, like, which way you don't like North Korea's democracy.
It's a hereditary monarchy.
Oh
That's
no
why
no
it's
no 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 not the
democracy.
monarchy part, the democracy part, because they're obviously a democracy
Well,
because you're saying that
A-
they
a
are
monarchy
because they
is
called
not
themselves
a
that.
democracy. The same
Oh,
way the people
a
of
monarchy
England,
is not
like,
a
have fucking
monarchy.
king,
Hold on, a
the
monarchy is
same
not a
way that
democracy.
the same way that the people of England
guys.
have a king, but they also have a parliament.
Guys, a
They are
monarchy is not a
that
democracy.
elect officials.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Is a dictatorship a democracy?
No.
No. Okay. So if those words have meanings, right? You know, like a dictatorship, right? Which, you know, controlled by one person, form of authoritarian government, right? If that has a definition and, you know, that's controlled by one person or a small group of people, right? And then on the other side, you have a democracy, right? Where you have voting and you have it ran by the people, right? Or a republic, which is also ran by the people. And those things have meanings with the way that the government is ran, right? Important meanings. Then another thing that has meaning is the word communism, okay? Which means a classless, moneyless, stateless society, okay? So that also has a meaning. And, all right, in order for that meaning to matter, okay, you have to go by the definition of it. And so therefore, you cannot have an authoritarian communist society, all right? China is authoritarian, so therefore they are not communists, okay? Period, all right? Russia, during communist Russia, was also authoritarian, which means they can't be communist. Okay? Because
Really?
there cannot be an
None of the-
authoritarian
none of
in
the
a communist
policies.
society.
None of
Cuba,
the
same
well,
way.
Okay, well, you know, that's a really big leap to make, man.
It is
What-
not
what
a
other-
leap.
what
It
other
is literally a well-known thing
So if
from
there- if there's
anybody
one-
who has
okay.
ever even attempted to look into any of this. I'm not saying something like crazy, like, oh, this offshoot,
Okay,
this
so
wild thing that Paulie's saying.
just
This is
because
very,
there's a
very common.
leader- just because there's a leader in currency does not absolve it of all the other things in the Venn diagram in the center that puts it with communism.
Okay, well
You
then what
cannot,
is
like,
the
push
definition
all
of
it aside.
communism?
Okay, so how do you implement?
No,
A
you're telling me
moneyless,
my
stateless
definition is
society?
wrong.
How
What
do you
is the
implement
no,
a
sir,
moneyless, stateless society?
sir.
How do you implement
Sir.
a moneyless,
Hello,
stateless society
hey,
with force?
hello. Is
With
this thing working?
force.
Hello? Is this thing working? Okay,
Dog.
cool. It's working. That's awesome. You're saying that my definition, because it's not my definition, it's the definition,
I
right?
did not-
But you're
I
saying
did
that
not say
my
your
definition of
definition. If I
communism is
did, I
wrong, so
misspoke,
therefore
and I
that.
apologize.
So what I am asking you is what is the definition of communism that you would like to go by?
None of it is going to be acceptable to you. You've got. If there's been no communist
Sir,
society,
how
in your
can you
eyes,
tell
nothing I say
how can
is
you tell
going
me what is
to be
acceptable to
okay
me
for
if you can't give me a definition?
Dog, if you are saying there's
He
been no
doesn't
communist
know.
society in this
He doesn't know.
world,
He doesn't know. Okay.
yeah,
Because I gave him oh, there he goes. He ran. Because he doesn't have a definition to give me. Because he doesn't know. Yo, big sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Guys, if you're on TikTok, there is about a 50% chance that is about to completely kick me off of the site because it's saying I'm inactive and it won't let me verify that I'm actually here. So if it goes down, please come back in like the 2 minutes it's going to take for me to restart it. So I really appreciate you guys. If you guys are on YouTube, you guys are going to be fine. You guys will be here for the whole thing. We're about to move on to the next caller. I'm going to hit a couple super chats real quick. So I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Pixie, thank you so much for the 250 jewels. I really appreciate that. VJ said, what can we do about the Streamlabs on here? The bot is off the hook. I've registered Streamlabs to kind of learn more. Will you be working on it? I can. Yep, that's what I thought. So stupid. Sorry, it just disconnected me from the live for some reason. I can do whatever with the Streamlabs. I control the whole thing. The problem is that you guys have to tell me what to freaking put on there because I can't even keep the live under control with the mods that I have in there from people spamming. So that's the problem, is that I can't even keep it going for what it is. So anyways, just saying. But yeah. Anyway, CJ, I don't have the dog in the fight shaking my head. Imagine if that had been the thought process through World War II. He's a whole clown. Funny enough, that actually was the mindset of lots of people in World War II. Oh, this is okay. I don't mind this. This part is all right. I don't mind this. And they went through that entire process. And then that's how Hitler happened, is by people just saying they didn't have a dog in the fight. It's a true story. That's how it happened. But thank you so much, CJ. I really appreciate the $10 super chat. All right, we're going to move on to the next caller. Yeah, VJ, like literally, like the problem is, VJ, is that you're in the landscape live, which is okay. I don't have enough mods in the other side. I don't have enough mods in the portrait one, and that one goes crazy. And since I don't have enough mods to control it, I'm just letting Streamlabs control it. That's really all it is. So. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
24.
Awesome. You still support Trump?
I used to, but that's only because Ramaswamy didn't have enough votes.
Oh. Well, do you not anymore?
No, but that's because I've been watching you and I'm a huge fan.
Woo!
And I was just wondering, would you be interested in supporting Ramaswamy if he decided to run again?
Vivek Ramaswamy?
Yeah.
I don't think Vivek is going to be running on anything anytime soon.
Well, who else do you think is a good option?
Have you not seen, real quick before I go on to the next caller, have you guys not seen like his last interview in Ohio as he's running for governor? The literal Republicans for Vivek Ramaswamy are literally straight up telling him, "You're not a Christian, so I'm not voting for you." Guys, for all you
That's
guys,
wild because Trump's a Jew too.
Yeah, they pretend Trump is a Christian. But see, Vivek Ramaswamy is a brown Hindu. Yeah, and they can't have that over there. You should look up the videos of them literally being like, Ohio is 64% Christian. How could you properly represent the Christian people in Ohio if you're not a Christian? Like, straight up people tell them, like, I don't think you can actually represent my interests because you're not a Christian. Okay, Donald Trump can say he's never asked for forgiveness or anything. They'll just call him a Christian anyway. Okay, but where'd you go? I was actually really wanted to talk about that. Guys, I'm letting you know, if you're not a white Christian heterosexual male, okay, the Republican Party does not like you. They don't like you. You see my face? They don't like you, okay? They'll take your vote, but they don't like you. All right? And they will do everything in their power to make sure that you're held down. So just know that. You're right. That was at Turning Point, Ohio. That was at Turning Point, Ohio. 100%. That was at Turning Point, Ohio. Just being straight about it, y'all. Just being straight about it. All right, we're going to open up these phone lines. Guys, if you are in the Portrait Live and you've been around for a while and I recognize you, I am looking for mods in that. And then I can actually release the stream bot a little bit. I really can. Anyways, Francesca said, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, why are some people fear and opposed to education? I don't know is an exciting phrase because it leads to learning new things. MAGA has taught themselves that it is not okay to say, I don't know. I don't know is okay. It's an okay phrase. It's perfectly fine. You cannot know things. That's how you learn. Wouldn't want to accidentally learn something, right? Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Awesome.
How
How old
are
are you?
you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 23 years old.
Okay. Do you still support Trump?
What was the question?
Do you still support Trump?
I don't support him on everything. I support him I support him. And I just want to say, I was a little thrown off by you saying that the Republican Party doesn't like you to, mass groups of people. I'd say that's kind of generalizing,
No, it's not.
And, I'm a member of the Republican Party. I don't dislike anybody for any reason,
Yeah, but the people
you
in charge of the Republican Party do. Have you not seen?
I'd say that's
the-
also a generalization to say that they, it's kind of hasty,
Well, sir, first
Um,
of all, there's a couple things. One, have you seen the leaked messages from the Young Republicans group?
Could you please put those up for me? If
No,
you're
I
able to.
literally can't because what they said on there is so bad that I would
Okay.
literally get demonetized for even putting it up on the screen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
See, again, I think a Young Republicans group, they don't speak for every Republican, unfortunately,
Yeah, they've
Exactly.
been like literal like voice boxes for people like Donald Trump, for like people like JD Vance. JD Vance actually got on television and defended them, even though they were in that text chat saying the most racist, horrific things, support for Hitler, talking about sending
Well,
their
that's
political
terrible.
opponents into
And-
gas chambers.
Well, that's terrible. And as a conservative, I don't think that's cool, I want to put
Don't-
that out there. And
JD
I
Vance
think
did.
it's also, on your part, a generalization
JD Vance
to
did.
say that all conservatives are like that.
No, I'm not
right?
saying all conservatives are like that. I'm saying that you're
And
that.
all the leaders of the conservative party are like that.
No,
right?
sir.
I
I'm
mean,
saying that that either you're like that, okay, or it's not a deal breaker for you.
Can you unpack that a little bit? That it's
Sure.
not a deal
The
breaker?
vice president of the United States just got
Mhm.
on television and defended a group of people who were saying that political opponents should be sent to gas chambers, who say things like, I love freaking a certain 1930s dictator, who used racial slurs against everybody under the fucking book. Okay.
Did he defend those statements, or did he defend the people?
He defended if you defend the people, you defend the statements. It doesn't matter.
I think there's a disconnect there.
No,
right?
it's see, and this is
It's-
what I'm talking
it's
about.
ki-
Sir, I'm gonna finish.
Are you willing
I'm gonna
to let me
finish first. No, I'm gonna finish first.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Cool,
Go ahead.
thanks. Okay. When the vice president of the United States, the freaking person that is, that is on the same ticket as Donald Trump, is defending these people, saying, hey, no negative should happen to these people. They're just, they're just saying stuff like whatever, like all sorts of stuff. And again, he's not the only one. Donald Trump has freaking came up, with positive statements towards the Oath Keepers, and all other sorts of racist fucking groups. He's had people like Nick Fuentes and David Duke at Mar-a-Lago to have like dinner with and consorted with them. These are people, okay, that are known racists, all right, known sexists, all right, people that freaking have horrific ideologies, all right. And so either A, you support those ideologies, or B, you're okay with them. You're just like, hey, that's not a deal breaker for me to support the Republican Party. See, for me, if somebody came out and said a bunch of that stuff, right, and like a person that I voted for or I supported or that was on on the left or a Democrat or anything like that was defending stuff like that, I would immediately disown them. Immediately would lose all support, immediately, because that's horrific. You still go, I still support him,
Okay.
and that's the problem.
You let me know when you're ready for me to respond.
It's usually when I'm done talking, which I was.
Okay. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off there. I think you relay a strong sentiment, right? And that's of division, right? Of if you support Trump, right, you are an evil person. Or if you support Trump, you believe everything that Trump believes in, right? Or if Trump
Not what I said.
That's what it's coming off as, because
Then you're not
it's similar
listening.
to if JD Vance were to say, these people aren't bad people, they just said bad things.
But they
right?
are bad people.
I don't think people are bad.
They joked
think,
about raping people. They are literally bad people.
see, I think that's where the confusion comes in, right? I think, there's a lot of terrible things in this sinful world. There's terrible things like rape and murder, death all around us. all the time. And the sad part is we get so sucked into it in the news and into everything that we start to kind of remove the humanity. It just becomes a number count, right? And that's a dangerous thing. And, you know, I don't love everything that Trump's done. I'm going to be honest. I'm a Republican. I'm a young Republican. I don't love the fact, I actually don't like at all the fact that he has people removing people from families, households, working essential jobs. With like the government, federal government is coming in with masks, no real proper identification, lack of warrants. I think that's dangerous and terrible. Do I think it's more secure than it's been in a long time? Working as a first responder in the city of Chicago.
You see how quick we got back there? It wasn't even difficult.
Back to where?
Yeah.
Back to
how
why
you
I
have
support
somehow
Trump?
ignored all of the horrific things that are said by the leaders of your party. For what end? Because of immigration. You, for some reason, think. Okay. No,
that was one example.
Sir, you could give me 5 different examples. It doesn't matter. Okay. You are saying that it is an acceptable thing, okay, for your president and or the vice president or the leaders of the Republican Party to be racists, to be sexist, all right, to freaking support Hitler, okay, to support sending their political opponents to the gas chambers, right, to freaking joke about rape. No. You are saying
you pull up where Trump supported Hitler. You pull up where Trump supported Hitler.
How about where his wife said
Hold
that
up.
he literally had his book on his nightstand the entire time they were married, where he's directly quoted out of Hitler's book multiple times.
That's hearsay from his wife.
Not the quotes aren't.
At best.
The quotes aren't.
At best.
The quotes aren't. The quotes were out of his mouth, and I can read.
Are you implying that I can't read?
I'm implying that you are sticking your head in the ground, okay, and being purposefully ignorant. So therefore, you are complicit. That is what I'm saying.
Oh wow, that's strong. All right.
Yeah.
Here's my question.
It is.
Here's my question. Do you support Obama?
I don't support any presidential candidate or politician for that matter.
So do you even support the office?
Support the office? Yes. As long as that
So
office
in
is
that
supporting
sense,
the
you
people.
support the presidency, right?
As long as that presidency is supporting the people.
It's impossible for a presidency to completely support every single person of the entire fucking world.
I don't need them to support every single person. I need them to support the people generally. But what? Let me ask you a question. What is the president take an oath to? What is the president taking an oath to?
Serve and protect the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States. Has Donald Trump said specifically that he does not feel that he needs to abide by the Constitution? The answer is yes. Okay. Donald Trump specifically said he does not know for sure if he really needs to abide by the Constitution of the United States. Okay. He's already been found by freaking district courts.
Shown that. I think his actions.
Yeah, his actions have shown that. He's already been found by 2 district court judges to be in violation of the First Amendment. He's also made statements against the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the 15th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, the 24th Amendment, and now he's working on the 10th. In violation of all of those.
And again, I'm not saying that I love everything that he's done. I've been pretty clear on that from the beginning. I support him in the same sense of I support the office. I think you have to be a little bit insane to want to become president, right? No sane person gets up and is like, I'm going to get no sleep at night, for fucking at least 4 years, right?
Donald Trump has gone on more vacations than any fucking person, any president in the history of the United States
of America, and I can do this perfectly.
Donald Trump has gone on vacation.
Gets up there and does that.
Donald Trump has gone on
No
vacation more times than any president in the history of the United States. He sleeps just fine.
I think you commenting on Donald Trump's sleep is also kind of, I shouldn't have commented on it, and I'll go back on that because I don't know how many hours he sleeps, and that's a generalization. In general, though, presidents get less sleep than your average Joe Schmo American, and so that's why I was commenting on that. Now, I think it's important to recognize that any person who thinks they can be a president of the United States or of any fucking country has to be a little crazy, right? Can we agree on that? Hello? All right,
Hi.
I lost you.
Sir, you're just making excuses, and I'm just tired of it already, to be completely fucking honest with you. Okay?
You just dropped the F-bomb for like no reason, dude. I'm just here trying
Yeah,
to...
I can
trying
drop
to
it.
talk to you.
Hey, guess. Watch this. It's really fun. Watch, ready?
You can hang up on me, that's fine.
Fuck.
Not very nice. but-
Ooh. Oh, I cursed on my own live. Oh, no.
I mean, you can do that. It's just
I know
not,
I
like,
can. It's pretty awesome.
intelligible, smart
Is everybody
person
crazy that
conversation.
becomes president? No, I don't believe that. Little bit of narcissism,
I
yeah.
think
Okay,
you
I
have
think
to
you
be
got to
a
be a little bit
narcissistic.
narcissistic to believe that you should be in charge of the free world. Okay, but yeah,
I
I'll
think
give you
gotta
that one,
be a
right?
little crazy.
That's not crazy.
Okay,
That's
yeah, well, yeah,
narcissistic.
narcissistic.
That's
Okay.
not crazy. That's
Right.
narcissistic. Okay, you got to be a
Okay,
little
okay,
bit
that's-
narcissistic to believe. Yep, I can run this whole bitch, right? Like yes, I will say that. Okay, Donald Trump is using this entire thing as a grift. Okay, and he's doing it in violation of the First Amendment while supporting freaking horrible people. Okay, and you as supporting Donald Trump, okay, are saying that the things that he's doing, all right, I am okay with them as long as they lead to other means. And I'm saying they're not.
I'm saying that I am not okay with everything that he's done, but I support him in his office and in his honesty in giving us the best results that he can possibly give us.
He's
I mean,
not giving us the best results he
he's
can
just a
possibly give
man.
us, and he's not honest.
He's just a dude. He's just a dude. all
No,
right?
yeah, just
He
the
may-
way
he may
Charles
have
Manson was
millions and
just a
billions of
dude.
dollars.
Yeah, Charles Manson was also just a dude. You know what I'm saying? Napoleon was also just a dude. You know, Hitler was just a dude. Like
You're
they're all
comparing Trump to Hitler?
See,
Or you
you know,
compare-
it's actually
comparing
funny.
the entire Republican
It's
Party to
actually
Hitler?
really funny how I made sure to mention Hitler third. It's funny how I purposefully mentioned Hitler third, and how you ignored the first two in order to try to make a comparison between him and Hitler. You guys on the right are trying
You're the one who made the comparison.
shh,
You're the one who made the.
Was Hitler just
Okay.
a dude?
Hitler was just a dude. Yeah.
Thank you. So are
He
you
was a
calling
terrible
Donald Trump
dude.
Hitler?
He did.
So are you calling Donald Trump Hitler?
I'm not at all.
Sir,
No.
you just said
I'm
Hitler
just
was just a
acknowledging
dude. Are
the
you
fact
calling
that they're
Donald
both
Trump Hitler?
dudes. So are you. You're also a dude, if I'm not incorrect.
Yes, I
Don't mean
am,
to
sir.
beat me
That was the
that hard.
entire fucking point. You see, guys, I
Okay.
want you to
Thank
see
you for
this.
clarifying.
I want you
I
guys to
appreciate
no.
you
shh,
clarifying.
I want you guys to see this. Okay. I want you guys to see this. Okay. When he said Donald Trump is just a dude, and I said yes, Charles Manson was just a dude. I said Napoleon was just a dude. And then I said Hitler was just a dude. The next words out of his mouth are, "You're comparing him to Hitler. You're comparing him to
accuse you,
Hitler."
Vincent. I
Because
asked you, are you
be
comparing him
quiet.
to Hitler?
Be
I
quiet.
asked
Be
you.
quiet. Be quiet.
I asked you. a
All right, you're
question.
now muted because I'm talking. But guess what? He didn't say, "Are you calling him Napoleon?" He didn't say, "Are you calling him Manson?" Right? He has to make the comparison, okay, to Hitler. He has to do that. Okay? And that's what they try to do. Okay? That's what they try to do. They try to make it something like that, even though literally the young Republicans were praising Hitler, right? Literally praising him. Right? That is what he is trying to do. Right? So, all right. People, all right, are all just dudes. But just because people are all just dudes, okay, some dudes do really horrible shit. Okay? There is lots of dudes in the world that do horrible shit.
Trust
Okay?
me, I see it every
So
day.
just
I'm
being a
first responder.
dude doesn't
Mhm.
excuse that. In the slightest.
No, I agree. I
All
think
right.
there should be accountability.
No, you don't.
Why don't I?
Because if you
You-
believe
you
that there
tell me.
should be accountability, you wouldn't support Trump.
I never said I support everything that he does.
I didn't
I
say whether
think
you
it
support him. I didn't say whether you support everything he does. I asked if you supported
Right.
him before, and you said not everything, but yes, I support him.
Yes, I support him in
And
the
so
office.
you support him. Okay. So therefore, you are complicit. All right.
Post talk
In the things that he does. All right. You are complicit. All right. And so when he does racist, sexist,
If-
horrible things with his
if this-
supporters,
then
you know,
this must be
freaking
the
promote the
conclusion,
most
is what they're
horrific
jumping
things
to.
that have existed on the face of this planet, when they do that, okay,
Uh-huh.
you're now complicit. All right. So
I think if you walked up to an average Democratic person, right, back when Obama was in the presidency, and you asked them, "Hey, do you support Obama?" and they said yes, I don't think they would have caught this level of flack.
right.
Really,
Obama
I
wasn't
think-
a fucking
that-
fascist. So yeah,
I-
you shouldn't. You know what? Here's an even here's an even more fun one. Here's sure he did. Every president's had their fair. Every president has had their fair share of mishaps. Every president has had their fair share of mishaps. Bush
And so is
was
Trump.
a bumbling fucking moron. Okay, Bush
And you're
Jr.
entitled to that
was
opinion.
a fool.
You're entitled to that opinion.
No,
As per
nobody,
the Constitution.
nobody, not even Republicans defend Bush Jr. He was a bumbling fucking moron. Okay, but you wouldn't get this much slack supporting freaking George Bush, right? Because Bush, at least, tried to abide by the Constitution. All right, and even though he was an idiot, all right, I think he probably, for the most part, tried to do actually what he thought was right. Okay, he just probably wasn't very smart, right? And did a bunch of horrible things, right? But he didn't support the shit that Donald Trump is supporting. That's why you wouldn't get that much flack for it. Clinton probably wasn't a very good person. Excellent president, not a very, very good person. But you wouldn't catch the slack for that either. Hell, Reagan almost completely and utterly destroyed the middle class using trickle-down economics all on his own. And as a president, was really shitty. Okay? But you know what he did do? He abided by the Constitution. At least tried to. He abided by the law. At least fucking tried to. And he didn't
tried to.
openly
Keyword
just
right there.
fucking support the worst people that exist or have existed on
In your
our
opinion,
planet.
the worst people. Again, the worst people in your opinion are all Republican leadership.
Nope, they're
And the
people
worst
like
people in all the
they're
Republican
people like
leadership
the young Republicans.
Are the Democratic leadership.
No,
it's again
I
the
actually am
division,
not a big
right?
fan of the Democratic leaderships. That's why I'm not a Democrat.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
What do you mean good for
again,
me?
that-
What do you mean good
not-
for me?
not-
What the fuck do you mean good for me?
I mean good for you in the sense of you should believe in what you want to believe. You should vote for your values instead of a party.
Yeah,
That's a
just
good
like
thing.
you're voting for your values instead of the party.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, and
Trump
your
aligns with
values
the
are
most values
racist
that I
and
have.
sexist, and your values
Nope,
are
my
racist
values are
and
along with the
sexist and
Christian
praise
identity,
Hitler.
you know?
Okay,
Nope, I don't
yeah,
praise Hitler
and they
because
are
I'm a Christian.
exactly.
I actually praise God.
So Hitler was a Christian. So what?
I never. So are you comparing us to? I'm just going to ask you a question again. Are you?
No, I'm
comparing
just
me
saying.
to-
Like it seems like if you're voting with your morals and you vote with that guy, then it shows a lot about your morals. So,
No, I
but
think
anyways,
I vote
this
for
is
safety,
this is
right?
getting
think
this
it's more
has
important.
become like
I voted
exhausting.
for-
Even just like talking to you.
I thought that's what you signed up to do. I saw your live stream. You know,
Yes, I
I'm-
did sign
I'm
up to do
honestly
this, but
glad
the
I got
cool
to
thing
talk
about
to you,
signing
though.
up to
I mean,
cool
I'm-
thing about signing up to do this is I also signed up to do it on my fucking terms, which is mean when I'm
Yeah,
done
that's fine.
talking to you, I don't talk to you anymore. Okay? So I hope you have whatever day you deserve, okay?
That's great.
All right.
It's
Cool.
a great life.
Bye-bye. Oh my god, that guy was exhausting. That guy was exhausting. Anyways, y'all, please hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you guys so much on TikTok for coming back. Like I said, sorry, YouTube Studio just completely crashed out and was like, you're not there anymore. Fuck you. And so here I am. Loyalty, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Says, Paulie, you know MAGA stays stupid, can't fix stupid. Yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta do it the best you can. VJ, what is the best way to reach you directly, Paulie? Get into my Discord, and then, like I said, there's a mod channel in there. You can tag me in that mod channel. I'll almost always respond in there, in my Discord. And if I don't respond in there, one of the other mods will get a hold of me. So that's the best way, through the mod channels in there. VJ, you are a mod now, so yeah, you're in that channel to be able to get a hold of me, and I can pull that channel up too if anybody's talking in there. Uncle Ben, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Big W's in the chat for that. Diamond says, hey, Paulie, good to see you. How's your Saturday going? I was feeling down and seeing you live. I'm diamond painting, listening to you do God's work. Oh, thank you so much, Diamonds. I really appreciate that. Day was great. Went to the No Kings protest this morning. Had a great time. Got some great interviews. Did some little independent media over here. So it was really, really fun. So I really, really enjoyed it. So thank you so much for asking, Diamonds. I appreciate that. And good painting. Nick, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Big W's in the chat for that. Lovely, not to bring up Obama, but if he praised the Black Panther Party and Malcolm X, Trumpers would shit themselves. Lose their whole fucking minds. Lose their whole ever-living fucking minds. Straight the fuck up. Thank you so much, Lovey. You are 100% right. 100% right. Stacy said, you cannot spout racism and Nazi rhetoric and be a good person. Period. Saying otherwise is literally insane. Literally. Literally. Defending people that are saying that shit, JD fans, is indefensible. Okay? Indefensible. Crazy talk. Thank you so much, Stacy. Hans, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Says, cook this, man. I think I was doing all right. And Shay, thanks again for the also for the $20. Says you're amazing. Big toast chat for Hans and Shay for the big $20 super chats. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you both so much. Tim Wise says, caller's a fucking moron. Well, can't win them all, right? Can't win them all. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
40.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump? Awesome. You still support Trump?
I mean, I do.
All right. Why
I do. I mean, considering the options.
Considering the options, you have one option. Well, I guess technically you have two. Okay. Donald Trump is the president.
Well, I mean, you could have voted for Libertarian, I guess, if you wanted to, but
no. You should let me finish. Okay. Donald Trump is the president. Okay. So you have two choices. One choice is to support him, and the other choice is not to. So those are your two choices.
Sure. But like, why would I not support him? Like, what part?
Because he's not good at being president. He does
that I'm not okay with, but I support him.
Because he's not good at being president.
Yeah, he is. Sure he is. There's people that have said, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Lots of people have said that this guy's one of the best presidents ever.
Yeah, constitutional scholars literally got through and did a ranking of all presidents, and of those 144 constitutional scholars, not a single one of them voted him higher than bottom 5, and as a consensus, he was the worst.
Okay, that's fine. Those guys can say that. That's true. But I mean, what does that really say, though? I mean, do we trust this group of, I don't even know who these scholars are. Watch out, buddy. Hold on, I'm on the phone. Watch out.
Gotcha. So you said some random guy that no one cares about, and I'm supposed to care about what he says, but 144 constitutional scholars, fuck them, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So how is he the best?
You don't think that it was listening to you earlier. Let's talk about, I want to ask you something. So you're not a Democrat. You're not, what are you, a communist?
By the way, yes on Prop 50, 100%. If you're in California, yes on Prop 50. I just saw that out there, so I had to make sure. No, I'm not a communist.
Okay. So then,
I'm not against the idea of communism, but I'm not a communist.
Right. Well, I mean, the idea of communism, which Karl Marx did come up with communism. It originated from Karl Marx. The Communist Manifesto is from Karl Marx. That's where it came from. Sure, anyway, but there's never been like you say, there's never been a communist nation, but that's only because.
Again, I'm not a communist, so I don't know why we're talking about this. Like, how is Trump a good president?
How is Trump a good president? Okay, well, so for instance, I got a bunch of buddies that are military, and with the shutdown, they weren't getting paid, and Trump made it happen. Now they're getting paid. Also,
Trump's the reason they weren't getting paid to begin with.
No, the Democrats are the ones that are not voting for it. That's 100%. They're the ones that haven't voted for the.
How many votes do you need to pass a budget reconciliation bill?
I'm sorry?
How many votes do you need to pass a budget reconciliation bill?
I'm not sure.
50. Well, 51.
Okay.
Yeah. How many?
You
How many senators are in the
You can Google
Republican?
that later if you want, bro. But like I know for a fact that it's like the Democrats themselves have even said that the reason the government still shut down is because they're not agreeing to.
Yeah, they're saying that, but let's be very clear, okay?
I mean,
That
Democrats-
they're trying to pass a CR, right? Or
Fine,
continue.
but that would open the government. The whole point is that the government will be open, people get paid. You okay?
They are trying
Bless
to
you.
pass a continuing resolution, which requires 60 votes.
Which
Oh,
opens the government back
Sir,
up.
if you talk
Correct,
again,
that's what I said.
sir, be quiet. Okay? I don't know if you heard. Did you hear me with the last caller? Did you hear?
Mostly.
Did you hear the last call? Okay. This cool thing I said at the end of the last call, which is like my favorite part about doing these lives and being able to talk to people, is that I get to talk to who I want. Okay.
Right.
Right.
Especially when someone's like
Yeah.
calling you on
So
your bullshit.
I'm going
for
to
sure.
actually say what I want to say, and I'm going to complete my entire thought, and then you can speak. Okay.
Roger.
And I'm going to do that whether you're here or not. All right.
See, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. So they're trying to pass a continuing resolution, and a continuing resolution requires 60 votes. But they could, at any point in time, just change the language into it to make it a budget reconciliation bill. And then the Republicans, without any Democratic help, could pass that reconciliation bill, okay, without the filibuster. All right. So at any point in time, the Republicans could pass a budget. They just couldn't pass it the way that the Republicans are trying to push it because the Republicans aren't mad about it not being shut off. And anyways, on top of that, right, the Democrats have been very open about being willing to negotiate, and Donald Trump specifically says he will not negotiate with them. So either way you want to put it, Donald Trump is the
Negotiate
reason
about-
that they wouldn't have been getting paid to begin with. Now you can speak.
It's not accurate, bro. It's not.
All right, which part was not accurate?
Well, the idea that it's incumbent upon the Republicans to go about it that way to make it happen when it just does it. It's I'm trying to figure out how that makes it the Republicans' fault when the Democrats. It's like right now all they have to do is come to the table and do it, and they refuse to do it because they
Or-
want to change a bunch of stuff that was in the big beautiful bill,
Or
which is crazy.
actually, they're not trying to do that.
So it's one of those bills. There's something in that they're trying to reverse, and that's the AOC and her. That's one of those. I'm trying to remember the. I wish I could remember the.
So
Anyway, go ahead.
So you don't know what any part of what I said was bullshit because you probably don't know what I just said.
What?
I asked, you said what I explained to you, okay, the difference between a CR and a budget reconciliation bill, and I've explained how,
Yeah.
how
You
the
said that
Republicans could
the
actually,
Republicans would
how,
do it
how the
without the
Republicans
Democrats.
could, fund the government without the Democrats, completely, right? I explained that pretty in depth. I think I actually did a decent job at it.
I don't really know.
And then you said it was all,
Everything,
well, then, sir, and then you said it was all bullshit, but you haven't told me which,
insane.
which part was bullshit. So I was just wondering which part was bullshit.
The fact that makes it the Republicans' fault that they're not going to go about it a different way and bypass that. It's still it's on the Democrats. They had the chance multiple times, and they're the ones that refuse
Gotcha.
to come to the table and make it happen.
So the Republicans are choosing to push a funding bill in a way that requires Democrats, even though they don't have to. Okay, they could choose to push it in a way where they don't need Democrats, but they're
Right.
choosing.
Well, I'm
to
sure there's
push-
nuances to that. But
Well, yeah, they're choosing to try to pass a freaking bill that requires Democrats. And then they're getting
Right.
mad at Democrats for not passing it when they could just pass it in a way that only requires Republicans, but they're choosing not to.
right. Well, I would
Gotcha.
assume
Okay,
that
well-
there is reasons for that or reasoning behind that. I'm not sure what those reasons would be, but I'm sure there's something.
Yeah, because they don't mind the government being shut down.
They don't mind the government being shut down.
Yeah, it's really not hurting Donald Trump at all. Actually, they've been very, very open about it. Donald Trump has talked about it.
No,
Russell
it's not
Vought has
hurting
talked
Donald
about it.
at all.
Yeah, Donald Trump has talked about it. Russell Vought has talked about it. They are using the government shutdown as a reason and an ability and an excuse to be able to freaking fire a bunch of federal workers and cut programs to blue states they don't like. So Yeah.
Where are you getting that from?
I mean, Russell Vought came out and said it very openly, and freaking Donald Trump has specifically said that Russell Vought is the one doing this. He's even posted stuff on his Truth Social about Russell Vought, calling him the Grim Reaper, about literally, about cutting programs and stuff like that. It's literally the whole point of this.
So you're saying that the Republicans they want the government shut down so that they can fire Democrat feds.
I mean, that's what they're saying.
That one person is saying that?
Well, yes, but that's Russell Vogt that's saying that.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's crazy to believe that, but
Who's
That's
Russell
fine.
Vogt?
I don't even know who the guy is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, see, that's important, right? Like, so when one person
Right?
says something, yeah. So when one person says something, maybe that doesn't mean anything. But when one specific person who holds a specific role within our government directly for Donald Trump says that, then that one person's vote becomes very important. Or like what he says becomes very important. Like Donald Trump,
So-
right? He's the president of the United States. So when he says something, that's important, right? Because even though he's one person, right?
Yeah, but he says, I mean, it's important, but it's he says a bunch of stupid shit, right? So, like, how important is it really? I mean, there's much stuff he said that it's not going to be, you know, changing. I mean, what was this in the 2020 talking about the not having to follow the Constitution in order for that the election was stolen, all that crazy shit. Like, obviously, the guy's gonna say a bunch of crazy shit. I don't guess it really matters, does it? Unless it's like policy. If he actually does something, then I guess it matters.
Yeah. So Russell Vogt is the White House director of OMB. Okay. Literally, he's a pretty much I was trying to think of how I could say this like at something you would understand. He's like the United States most important accountant. Okay? Put it that way. All right. And cutting funding is kind of his thing.
Right.
All right.
So
when
he's like he controls
using
the hive
this-
mind of Republicans.
So
and
when
that's why
he's using
they're
this,
messing
and
up.
then they come
that's
out and say like, "Hey," Donald Trump says, "Hey, we're like not gonna pay like furloughed workers and stuff like that,
Right.
or, and
but
stuff like that." That is
the whole-
their
the-
way
the-
of
what
trying
we-
to cut it. But regardless of any of that, sir, I think that the troops 100% should get paid. I think that that's incredibly
Absolutely.
important to our national security. Okay, I really and I
Okay,
and I
but
and I
anyway,
truly
so
truly
the
do
other-
mean that. Okay, but
So
blaming
the other-
trying to blame 7 Democrats. Okay.
I mean, I didn't blame the Democrats. They're blaming them. I'm just saying that Trump did that because the government was shut down.
Right,
You know what
but
I'm
the
saying? Like,
Donald Trump
that's something
could have.
he did that I support, right?
But
and
he
the
also
no
could have
taxes
just
on
funded it.
on Social Security, like that's huge. My mom,
And
I mean,
also
that
not
helped her
true.
out a lot.
And also not
Yes,
true.
it is. I can show. I've looked at her Social Security stuff. She's not getting. There's no federal tax on her Social Security anymore.
Yeah, so
That's
that's
fact. That's
so
true.
there was certain tax breaks that were given to people over a certain age, but it was not a tax break on Social Security. He did not.
Yes, it
he
was.
did
She
not
gets paid
pass.
Social Security. She gets
There
paid.
is-
She's a
there
retired teacher.
is
She gets
nothing-
paid Social Security check.
There
and
is
there's no longer federal
Okay,
taxes on
then
her
let's
check.
see it. Then let's see it.
Sorry.
You said you could show me her pay stub and show where there's no taxes on it. I'd love to see it.
Okay, hold on. You got an email?
I don't want to see. I don't want to do that. I don't want to freaking. Anyway, there was no Social Security.
Well,
There
anyway, I
was no Social
support
Security
that.
breaks
But
in
you
there.
asked me what things that he's done that I support. Those are two that I can think of.
Well, you're saying things
Off
that
the top
aren't
of my
true
head.
that you support. So
Okay, so it's not true that he found a way to pay service members and
yes,
cut Social Security
you're
and
again. You're
taxes
happy.
on tips and
Yeah, you're happy.
those are true though. You just said those weren't true and they are true.
Yes, he did find a way to pay it. Okay, he could have just funded
True.
the government.
Check.
Okay, so cool. He found a way to pay something that he could do anyway, right? So like, it's not like if he had just funded the government, then that wouldn't have mattered. Okay.
Okay,
So-
but he doesn't have any more. There's no more responsibility on him for that than there is on the people that aren't, starting the government.
There's
back up.
100% responsibility on the U.S. president to freaking keep the government open. Oh, 100% there is.
Well, just as much responsibility as there is on any of these other congressmen or Senate members.
No, it's actually kind of funny. I think that the longest friggin' shutdown in American history was under Donald Trump, and then this is like the second one. It's about to be the longest shutdown in government history. Is also Donald Trump. I think there's been 4 or 5 different ones under Donald Trump. Donald Trump is very much to blame on this, especially when before the government shut down, right? The Democrats were like, "Hey, if Donald Trump just takes a meeting with us, and and so that we can get a footing on what we're looking for to try to be
Well, did you see the
bipartisan."
stuff
Hold
they're
on,
asking
hold on,
for?
hold on, sir. Hold on,
It's
sir.
crazy.
He just said, let's just take a meeting and that way we can set like a baseline on what we're negotiating on so we could try to get there. And Donald Trump said, I have no will to negotiate with Democrats whatsoever. Shut the government down. I don't care.
I mean,
Like-
if I was him, I wouldn't want to fuck with the Democrats either. They tried to put him in prison for the last 8 years.
Democrats have not tried to do that. But what crazy thing are the Democrats asking for?
Okay. Well, there's all kinds of stuff on there, like different money they're wanting to put different places.
Like where?
Like some of it's with Medicaid. I'd have to look it up, bro.
Well, you're saying it's all this crazy stuff, and you don't know what any of it is. So I was just wondering.
Well, there's lots of money that they're wanting that was, I think it was a big beautiful bill that it was all wrapped in. So they're trying to reverse something from one of those that got passed, and it's funding. It has to do with money. Lots
They're
of money.
trying to extend ACA subsidies, okay? Because they expired.
Right.
That's it.
I mean, I don't think that's not the only thing.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here. This is actually from Jackson Hewitt. Somebody has really, literally zero reason to lie. So I want to like kind of put this up here, right, for a quick second. Let me see if I can put it up on my portrait live too. Sorry, one sec, y'all. All right, cool. Social Security benefits are still taxed under current tax law and considered a part of recipients' taxable income. However, the 2025 Tax Act, One Beautiful Bill Act, right, says that in parentheses, introduced a temporary deduction that allows eligible beneficiaries to lower their overall taxable income and reduce their taxes. Okay? So, that's what it did. There's still tax on Social Security.
Well, that for teacher retirement apparently is part of the people that got it cut. You said it was just a select group. You said it was an age group a while ago. Is that what it is, or was it?
Yes, there are certain deductions for a new senior deduction. I can keep reading. A new senior deduction allows eligible seniors and their spouses who are 65 and older to deduct up to $6,000 from their taxable income for tax years 2025 through 2028. Their adjusted gross income limits this to limits to this deduction. It's also it's only available to single filers making less than 75,000 or couples making less than 150,000. So yes, there was age requirements. There was income requirements, and it's just a tax deduction. It's no tax on tips. It's not no tax on Social Security. That's not what it is.
Well, so I guess since teacher retirement is a Social Security payout, I mean she's got state taxes on her shit still, but there's no Fed taxes.
Well, then she's gonna owe a lot of money at the end of the year. You should probably tell her to save.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll look into that shit. But
yeah. You should tell her to save because she is going to owe quite a bit of money if she's not having any taxes pulled out. And that's just being honest. Truthfully. I mean, that's for I don't know what kind of, I'm sure your grandmother is a nice person. So
she's retired yet. She doesn't, I don't think she has any idea. It just gets sent to her bank and she just fucking.
Yeah. So, teacher retirement is para. It works differently. Oh, interesting.
Okay. So I figured, that's what it is. That's why it's different.
Yeah, that's also okay. Gotcha. So her teacher retirement is the thing that's not being taxed, which is something different.
Right. It's fixed income too.
PERS or something like that. I'm not familiar with this. I'm actually going to look this up because I don't know what any of this is. That is pension.
I guess it's the same thing as pension. It's a type of pension anyway.
Yeah, I'm just not familiar with it. And when I don't know things, I look them up because I
good idea.
Yeah, because it's good to stay educated, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, if I just don't know something, then I just look it up.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's why I don't remember shit though, because I just look it up right away. You know what I mean? I feel like my memory is failing because I can just look shit up.
Public Employees Retirement System, or PERS, probably serves the state of Mississippi. This is a Mississippi website. Don't worry about it. This happens to be a Mississippi.
Okay, yeah.
By providing retirement benefits for individuals working in state government, public schools, universities, community colleges, municipalities, counties, and legislature, highway patrol, and other such states. These retirement benefits not only help recruit and retain job, blah blah blah. That doesn't really tell me what it does as much. Anyway, this one specifically for Pennsylvania.
Real quick, boss? Can we switch subjects real quick? Because that whole point of that really was just to say that an example of something that he's done that I support. But so what do you think? Okay, so I heard people talking about ICE and the masks and the being anonymous or whatever. But have you seen? There's hits out on some of these ICE agents, big time money from different cartels and shit. Their families and having to hide and shit. There's all kinds of death threats. They gotta cover their face, man. That's why they do that shit. I would. Fuck. That'd be a scary ass job to have.
You think them covering their face is gonna save them?
Well, I mean, it'll help.
No, it won't. Okay. But if you got to cover your face, wear a badge. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I mean, there's multiple different situations in the United States where police officers must wear masks and stuff like that in order to track down felons or to do certain types of, of things. That's totally understandable.
Undercover shit, no.
You don't get to wear a badge. You don't get to not wear a badge. Okay. Because if you don't wear a badge and you're covering your face, then I don't know whether you're police or not. Okay. You're just some dude in my fucking house. Right.
Well, I mean, they've got credentials.
And well,
I mean, they show their credentials. I've seen them do it.
Actually, there was literally like tons of video out there where literally people were like, "Show me a fucking ID. I don't even know who the fuck you are," and they refuse to even show a badge, to even show an ID, to show anything. Okay.
To the person they were arresting,
yes, to the people they were arresting, to the people around them, their family, their like anybody in the community, nobody that knows there, and they literally refuse to show ID as law enforcement officers. Yeah, that's called kidnapping. And no offense, like I'm not trying to be like
kidnapping, bro.
That is, sir. Because if you come into my house with no badge, wearing a mask in the middle of the fucking night, and try to zip tie me, okay, we're gonna have a problem real fucking fast.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't announce themselves and make it known that they're police and they come in the house, they're probably gonna get shot if they come in my house.
Yeah,
but they don't do that. They normally announce themselves and let everyone know.
I mean,
what's
you can
going
announce,
on.
but
Police
like
don't.
The cartel can also announce that they're police and then break into your house.
I mean, okay, sure.
Just because you yell "I'm police" before you break down someone's fucking door doesn't mean you are police. We all technically have the ability to do that.
Sure, but I mean, if there's a reason for them to come after you, that's your bad, bro. Like, take care of it.
They're breaking into apartment buildings and just zip tying everyone in there. American citizens, people that have no criminal record, nothing.
That's not true.
That
is
is 100%
They're not fucking
true.
arresting citizens. If they do, they're getting released unless they did something else that was illegal.
If they're
and had something on them.
sir, you're right. If they do, they're getting released. I'm an American citizen who has done no crimes. If you're busting into my house,
if you're around a bunch of illegal migrants, then you're liable, bro. That's on you.
That could just mean you live in Arizona.
I mean, if you're in the same room
that could literally
with someone that's an illegal alien, that's on you. Don't be in the room with an illegal alien.
Apartment complexes.
Okay, if you're in an apartment with someone that's an illegal alien, that's on you. Don't be in an apartment with an illegal alien.
Sir. That just means you rented an apartment.
Okay.
So are you telling people not to?
So you're saying that they're saying that they just took Americans it was just the American in the apartment complex. There was no one else in the apartment with them. They arrested the American.
I'm sorry. Have you ever rented an apartment?
Yes.
All right, awesome. When you rented that apartment, did you go around to all of your neighbors and check their paperwork?
No, I said if they're in the same apartment as you.
Sure, they're taking everyone in the whole complex.
Right, and if you're illegal, you're going, and if you're not, you're released.
Yes, if you're not, then you are literally having your apartment broken into by masked people who have no identification and refuse to show you
if that happens to you, you should get a lawyer because you might have a case if that actually happens to you.
There's tons of cases, but it's also anti-constitutional and against the law.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's probably a case for that if it happens like you say it happens, where you're in there by yourself, done nothing wrong, and they come in and arrest you for just being in your apartment.
Happening every day.
I doubt it.
Because you can doubt it all you fucking want, but it is. Okay.
I mean, I doubt it. Show me some proof of that.
How much do you want?
Any?
I'll tell you this one. This is just because it's a really fun one for me. Okay. And do you know who Don Lemon is?
I do.
Awesome. So he's on all the social medias and he does a lot of, stuff like that. And he was actually just randomly interviewing this guy on the street who had just been released from ICE detention after being locked in a cell for 8 hours with no food and a steel toilet. He's an American citizen and just to let you know, not Latino looking, very black. Okay. But he happened to live in a
people looking.
I'm just saying, just thought I'd throw that out there that he wasn't. So anyways, he was sitting in his apartment by his fucking self where he lives alone. He was 65 years old, by the way. And they broke into his apartment, zip tied him, threw him on the ground, sent him to this ICE detention center. And then 8 hours later, without any charges or anything, they were just like, okay, you can go.
I mean, if that's true, then he needs to sue. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Sir, yes, I agree they need to sue. I also believe...
But, like, the thing is, I can't just trust
it
that as
shouldn't be
true. I mean, there's all
fucking
kinds of things
happening.
that could be.
Sir, I just gave you just one. Like,
Right.
there's literally thousands and thousands
Well,
and thousands and thousands and thousands of these cases. It's not fucking like... They're arresting veterans.
I mean, I don't think there is, bro. I'll look into it, but I don't think there is.
They're
Like,
zip tying fucking toddlers naked, leaving them on the sidewalk. Like, this isn't like something like it's hard to find, dude. Like, literally, if you just chose to like research this for half a second, you would find it.
I mean, I've seen the toddler thing. I've seen that one, but the explanation for that was a bit different. Is that the same one that
what was the explanation
guy abandoned in the car? The guy abandoned her in the car, and then they basically rescued her from the car because the dad abandoned her or whatever. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about the children in the apartment complex in Chicago that they raided and ripped all the kids out and then left them on the sidewalk outside. And when somebody walked by and was like, "Hey guys, those are fucking children. Maybe we shouldn't be zip tying them naked in the middle of the fucking night," the ICE officer's response was, "I don't give a fuck about those kids."
They were naked.
Yes.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah.
But 'cause I've seen pictures of them, but I've seen there were kids that they had clothes on. So.
Oh well, if they had
Anyway,
clothes on, that's better then.
Look, dude, I don't know what happened at that scene, so it's like, but I mean, dude, I don't know. But all I know is like I have nothing against law enforcement getting these criminals the fuck up out of here. That's where I'm at. Like, I want my kids to have safe environment. So I mean,
Stephen Miller specifically
you know,
told ICE to stop going after criminals. So
what?
Yeah, Stephen Miller told him to stop concentrating on criminals and start going to Cardenas markets and 7-Elevens. He is specifically targeting people who
if you
aren't
enter
criminals.
this country illegally, you are a criminal.
Well, if you jaywalk, you're also a criminal.
Correct.
So should we send ICE after everybody who's jaywalked?
No, because they're not illegal aliens.
So what? You said if you enter this country illegally,
there's a lot
you
more-
are a sir. You said if you enter this country illegally, you are a criminal. They say
Correct.
a Class C misdemeanor, and in most places a civil infraction, right? Similar to jaywalking. Okay, actually, legally, very, very close. Actually, funny
Legally,
enough.
Yes,
so when you're saying
the things that come from that are much different. A jaywalking is not going to cost anyone anything. An illegal immigrant is going to cost this country a lot of money.
actually undocumented immigrants pay more in taxes and into our government than they take out. So actually, they not only don't cost us money, they give us money.
That's not accurate.
Yeah, the last
There may be
trackable,
some, perhaps,
the
that
last
they pay tax,
trackable,
like
the last trackable year of this for undocumented immigrants was that they gave that they spent that they paid $98 billion in state, local, and federal taxes, and from our federal tax dollars, they took about $35 billion. Yeah.
So, but you're not counting all the other stuff that's being.
Yeah, if you count all
Like,
of that, they
I don't
still
wanna say
donate.
least,
They
but, like-
donated 22 friggin' $1 million into Social Security that they can't even access. They donate into SNAP benefits. They donate into all sorts of things that they pay into that they can't receive. They literally are a net benefit to our economy.
They're not a net benefit. It's not.
But they are
because
actually.
when you have to think about it, because there's
But they are.
you know, Americans should be receiving federal benefits or whatever.
They are. Undocumented immigrants aren't.
But they are. There's been several
They're
different
not.
articles proving that they were getting Medicare.
Cool.
And,
Show me
not
one.
Medicare, Medicaid.
Show me one.
Okay, hold on.
Tell me where I can find one.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get my other.
I'll also call you a liar because I'll call that article a liar because it's not fucking true. There's literally laws against this right now. It's illegal.
But it still happens though.
No, it does not.
It does.
It does
Just like
not.
they vote too. Because they were saying they don't vote, but they do.
They also don't vote. Yeah.
Yes, they do. Okay. What do you say, boss?
Yeah, they don't because there's been mass investigations into this so many fucking times, and every time it proves, they don't vote. Our elections are secure.
That's false. Like I've seen the study showing that they do vote. And
Cool.
They do
Would love to
receive
see that
Medicaid-
also.
Medicaid. Okay.
I would love to
You
see
got
both of
Google,
those
bro. You
studies.
can
That'd be
Google just as well as we
Sir,
talked about this.
sir.
You can Google it just as easy as I
Sir,
can, man.
I have.
So,
Not only have I
stop
Googled
it.
this, not only have I Googled, sir, I've done a little bit past Google
Yeah,
this.
don't read the AI thing. Actually,
Sir,
kind of go down and
sir,
check it out.
I've done way past Google this. Okay, I have researched this. Okay, in a very, very in-depth manner. Okay, from multiple
Okay.
freaking peer-reviewed studies on both of these things, and I have found that it's bullshit. Okay, there is no freaking immigration that's freaking coming in and they're all voting. It's not fucking happening. Okay, they don't even try. Why do they fucking care? They don't even fucking care. Okay, they're not even attempting
that's-
to vote. Okay, not even
I mean,
trying.
that's
Fuck, we can't
just
even
not
get.
true. It's
We
not true.
can't even get most American citizens to vote. Okay,
I've seen interviews of people going up and asking,
Sir,
"Do you
sir.
guys are you a legal citizen?" They're like, "No."
Oh yes,
Do you vote?
and because
Yeah.
that is one great thing that I know about undocumented immigrants is they actually come in and when put a camera in their face, they go, "Yep, I'm illegally here and I am trying to vote." Because that is the number one thing that undocumented people try to do is admit to
Yes.
fucking 2 different
It's-
crimes on
there are
camera.
places in this country where they're protected.
Yeah.
There are like neighborhoods
Yeah,
of them.
and then
that-
they go to the next
it's
person. They're
known
like,
that
and the
they're
next
like-
person's like, "I'm a serial killer. I guess we can just say whatever crimes we want on this fucking camera, because we can just
you're
say
saying
whatever here."
there's not large communities of illegal immigrants in the country, and they're not protected in certain
No,
jurisdictions.
I'm saying they're not voting.
They are voting.
They are not.
So not one. All the millions
Not
of people
one.
illegal,
Yeah,
not one
sure.
is voting.
I'm sure there's 1 or 2. I'm not gonna say there's
Yeah,
not.
there's-
It's
There's a lot more than
0%.
1 or 2, boss. I
Okay,
guarantee
then
it.
prove that to me, boss.
Prove to me that they're not, because like I said, dude, you can find.
Yeah, you can't prove a negative.
find
So,
it as easily
anyways,
as I can.
sir, yeah, go ahead. You can't prove a negative. So go ahead and prove to me that they are.
That they are voting.
Yes,
Again, Google it, bro.
I have. I've already done that. So again, prove it to me. TikTok, you're about to get shut down again because TikTok sucks. Go follow me on YouTube. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I might actually be able to do it. Oh, it actually worked. Unable to verify. Never mind. I tried. Oh, there it goes. Never mind. I thought TikTok was getting shut down. Anyways, you gonna prove this to me? Actually, you go find me and show me that they're getting federal funds through Medicaid, and that they're voting.
They're enrolled in Medicaid. Just type in.
No, I'm not. Oh, you're gonna give me an
illegal
article?
immigrants enrolled in Medicaid.
Yeah.
And
What?
then see what you find.
Yeah. What article is that?
Bro, hold on. Wait, let me get
All right,
the.
you be quiet then
I'll
while
send
I
you a link.
freaking
Well,
while I talk to
I come here to get a link, and you were like, "I don't want to see it." So I fucking didn't get it.
You didn't tell.
So-
you didn't- Oh no, I'll
can
totally
give you
take that. That's totally fine. Erica, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo. I really appreciate that.
Anyway,
Shh.
but you did say earlier that Karl Marx did not create communism. That's false. He totally did.
Can you not hear me speaking to Erica?
Bless you.
Thank you. Erica, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo. I really appreciate it. It said, date night with my internet boyfriend. I got a new tattoo today. Hell yeah, tattoos. I really appreciate that. Tattoos and tequila Saturdays. Oh, thank you so much, Erica. I really, really appreciate you. I got to get my tattoo fixed up on Tuesday. I gotta do that. So, and hopefully get a little addition too. So I've been getting a lot of, I've been getting a lot of ink lately. Not gonna lie. So, yeah, but anyways, thank you so much for that $10. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Anyways, also you're wrong. Marxism,
No, I'm
Marxism, communism was not invented
Yes, it
by
was.
Karl Marx. He is credited with founding communism,
Yes,
but the ideals,
Exactly. Which means inventing.
Shh. Did Ben Franklin invent fucking electricity?
No.
Okay, cool. So he is credited
So he
with
discovered
founding
Marxism or communism. He discovered communism.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it already existed. All the
Well, he
ideals
just-
and ideologies and political ideologies invented way before him.
Right, but still, and you're correct to say that there hasn't been an actual communist nation because it's.
I
Well, it
know,
doesn't appear to
but
be
I don't know
possible.
what any of this has to do with all of your illegal immigrants getting Medicaid, and that's what I'm waiting to hear from you.
Okay. hold on.
Yeah, I know you're trying to distract me with talking about communism, but I'm not interested.
Hold on.
Rob, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, don't worry, Argentina is getting paid. Oh yeah, they're. Hey guys, while the government is shut down, Argentina's getting all of your money. Congratulations, great government. Thank you so much, Robs. Mindspeak said, it's funny how MAGAs blame Obama and Biden for Trump's failures, but they don't nothing about W. Bush, and now they're blaming illegals for the government shutdown. Yeah, now it's apparently illegal immigrants that are doing it. It's crazy. I guess we'll blame everybody but Trump. That's pretty impressive. Oh my god. You know what? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I am gonna mod you because you're here all the time, and so maybe you can, I don't know, you can help me out a little bit. I appreciate that. And if you really don't want it, let me know and I'll take it away from you. MySpeak, thank you so much for the $5. Says, sorry I misspelled MAGAs. Don't say nothing about W. Bush, about nasty economy left behind. Yeah, forget him. He's unimportant.
So you want me to email you this PDF? It's from the House Budget Committee that goes over how much immigrants have cost Medicaid.
Yeah, that's not data source, sir. You said you were going to give me a data source. The House Budget
What do you
Committee.
mean it's not data source, bro? There's sources in the document.
Okay, cool. Can you give me one of those sources?
Sure. Hold on.
Yeah. Thank you, Veronica, for helping me out over there. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, NG. I really appreciate it. You're helping me out so much. Oh, I'll go back to it. Oh,
so,
you want to?
Well, it's not a source. It says the Medicaid that it's costing, it's not. So it's not Medicaid benefits. It's emergency services through Medicaid, and the total debt 33. Hold on.
Yeah, that's not what I asked you, sir. You made a positive claim saying that undocumented immigrants are getting federal benefits of Medicaid, not going to the hospital and getting emergency benefits.
Emergency benefits from. So listen. So if they get their broken arm or something and go to the ER and they get it fixed up, and then we pay for it through our Medicaid is who pays for it. That's getting benefits.
That's not receiving Medicaid benefits. No.
Okay, so what is it then? It
because
still costs us money, does it not? That's what I'm talking about.
It does cost us money. You know what else? It also costs us money. It costs us money if anybody goes to the ER and doesn't have any type of health care. Yeah.
Right, but that's for Americans, bro.
Correct. It costs us money regardless, but that is not receiving.
They're allowed to be on Medicaid.
Sir, that is not
receiving
receiving Medicaid benefits. That is not receiving Medicaid benefits. You're trying to pretzel yourself. And that's not a Medicaid benefit, by the way. That's a federal funding specifically for fucking medical care, for emergency care.
Okay,
but that
so
is not a
let me rephrase it
Medicaid
then.
benefit.
They receive
Where's the
Medicaid federal funding.
No, they do not.
Is that better?
Randstorm said, I shot a family dog that was put in the bathroom. That's fucking horrific. Man, they really are shitty people. That must have been on Kristi Noem's fucking... that must have been on Kristi Noem's fucking direction. She likes to shoot dogs.
What a weird bitch.
She's a big fan of that. Sister Mary, I totally got you over there, by the way. Make sure if y'all too, I just modded two of y'all. Make sure you guys, if you guys are in the Discord, make sure you guys put in a ticket, so I can give you guys mod powers over there too. I appreciate you, or give you put you in the mod channels. Tim Wally said, with their funding, why are they guessing? Yeah, that is true. Like, why are we guessing? Like, why? We have all this direction. Should have just been pretty simple. And XX says, thank you for the $2. Said, thanks, Paulie. Again, have a good night. I appreciate that. Radstorm said, tourists also get ER coverage. They aren't citizens. That's actually very true. Wow, that's actually a really good point, Radstorm. I appreciate that. Didn't even think about that.
What did you say? I didn't hear it. Sorry. Say it again.
Oh, tourists can also go to the hospital and get Medicaid coverage. Or not Medicaid coverage, emergency coverage.
And it would essentially be the same kind of thing I'm talking about.
But it's not Medicaid coverage. I'm waiting for the Medicaid coverage.
Medicaid funds. I said we rephrase it and call it funds because that's
those are EMTALA funds, not Medicaid funds.
It's no, dude. it comes from the same.
It's insane.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's yes, it is.
All right. I mean, I can type that in for you since you apparently don't want to look at that. No, EMTALA funds are not Medicaid funds. That was pretty simple to look up very, very quickly. EMTALA is a federal law that requires hospitals participating in Medicare to provide emergency medical treatment regardless of a patient's ability to pay, and is considered an unfunded mandate because it doesn't provide a specific funding for its requirement. Medicaid is a joint federal and state program that provides health coverage to eligible individuals with low incomes. EMTALA, this law, is a patient
Correct.
right law
Low
that
income. It falls in that same thing. It's the same.
it does not.
It comes from
Literally,
it does. It comes from
literally
Medicaid,
what I read literally says it does not come from the same thing. That is literally what I just read.
No, read that last sentence.
Medicaid is a joint federal and state program that provides healthcare coverage to eligible individuals with low incomes.
You didn't say emergency care? I thought we were talking about emergency care.
EMTALA is a federal law that requires hospitals participating in Medicaid to provide Medicare to provide emergency medical treatment.
Correct. And that funding comes from Medicaid.
Wrong. Nothing in there says it comes from Medicaid or Medicare. It doesn't even come from Medicare. It just says if the hospital accepts Medicare, they have to provide emergency funding.
Treatment for illegal aliens who would otherwise qualify for Medicaid if not for their immigration status. Meaning, if it's coming from Medicaid. You said Medicare.
Man,
Medicaid.
how many times are you
going
gonna move this fucking goalpost before you just fucking admit that fucking undocumented immigrants don't get Medicaid? Because this is getting really old.
They get Medicaid funding in emergency situations.
They do not get Medicaid funding because Medicaid does not fund EMTALA. So Jesus fucking Christ, either give me a fucking article or fucking just admit you were fucking wrong so we can move on. This is getting really fucking old to listen to a bunch of grown men that can't just fucking admit they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I mean, it is. It comes from the hospitals. The hospital.
Shut the fuck up! You don't know what you're talking about.
When they come, I've been a paramedic for 13 years. When they come in. And the hospital bills that person. It's billed through Medicaid. That's where they get paid from. It's
billed through fucking Medicaid, first of all. And second of all, guys, it's okay.
Medicare, Medicaid, that's where it comes from.
It is okay to just say, I don't fucking know. It's totally okay as a human being, as a grown person. Okay?
I mean, it says it right
Shut
here, bro.
Up,
I mean,
dude, I'm talking. It is okay as a grown person, okay, to just say, I don't know something. Okay? I don't know something. It's totally okay to not know something. Okay? Please, for the love of God, whoever you are, all right, in whatever situation you're in, all right, whatever part of life you live in, okay? If you don't know something, the best way to do that is to just say, I don't know something. Okay? Don't pretend like you know something and then try to find data to prove that you don't fucking know what you're talking about. Okay? And then when you don't find it, then you try to pretzel yourself. No one can hear you, dude. I muted you a long time ago. Be quiet. Then try to pretzel yourself into fucking trying to know something because you're too stupid to realize that you just don't fucking realize that you don't fucking know anything. Okay? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? And instead of just admitting you don't know what you're talking about, you're just making yourself look like a complete idiot. Something even more idiotic somehow than you were doing before, which is impressive. Okay? So I'm going to unmute you, and when I unmute you, the next words out of your mouth will either be one of two things. There's one or two things we're all going to hear, okay? Either one thing is going to be you saying, I don't know what I'm talking about and I was wrong. Or the next thing you're going to hear is the dial tone, your choice. Okay? Doesn't matter to me either way. All right? So you are now unmuted. Go for it.
All right. It was good talking to you, boss.
Jesus Christ. I am so... Dude, that was so annoying. Oh my God, but through ipso facto, it's kind of Medicaid. No, it's fucking not. Anyways, Colin, thank you so much for the $5 over on Venmo. Said, why doesn't the government go after people that are undocumented that apply for ETN? Wait, why doesn't the government go after people that are undocumented that apply for ETN? I love your shows. I'm really curious. Colin, they do. Donald Trump specifically instructed ICE to go to the IRS and to freaking go after people that had ITINs. They literally are. They're going after people that are working. They're going to immigration courts and getting people that are trying to do things the right way. They are literally and truly going after just those people. I got my hat all messed up. They're literally actually going after those exact people. Thank you, Colin. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Bo. And Lovely says, caller's allergic to facts. Thank you so much. And Mind Speak with a big $10 super chat said, the caller can't find the article that agrees with him. You know, that's pretty wild when you're typing in, please find an article that agrees with me. And then still can't find an article that agrees with you. When you're like, please, 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 please give me an article that helps me. I'm dying over here. And you still can't find one. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hey, y'all, I'm going to get off the night. I am a little tired. I've actually had a long day. The protest today kind of wore me out. But I will be on tomorrow morning. Exact time to be decided. I'm going to try to be on right around 10 a.m. Central again tomorrow. So please come join me tomorrow morning. We'll be doing this before football tomorrow. So I really, really actually appreciate that. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys being here. Please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we will be back tomorrow morning. Love you guys. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening.